What the fuck is happening? Yeah, there's not much intro. Y'all already know what it is, and y'all know what we're here for. The goddamn Revolution predictions.
Oh, baby.
So, just for the record, Scoot, let the people know what's up.
What's happening, everybody? How everybody doing that thing? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I got to rep the Hurt Business. But
Shout out to the new champ,
business
Mr.
is booming.
Bobby Lashley, dripping gold with the Hurt Business. Jaeger Bombastic, let everybody know what's up. Since you are super mobile, driving the shot.
Hey, I'm trying to go I'm trying to head to Florida, guys. Like it's gonna be a thing. Yeah, I had to get some sun in though, but by the time I get there, it should calm down. It should be a nice little tan color.
Truth indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Just be careful out there, man. It's WrestleMania season. You might get hemmed up by somebody trying to make it to fast lane.
Look, man,
Right.
I'll make my Mania moment. All right, I'm gonna have my moment. Tell me I won't.
Now, of course, I did the tag me in. Hasn't posted yet. It'll probably be posted by the time this video posts. So whatever. But I gave my thoughts on it. But just a quick recap. What are y'all thoughts on what happened on Wednesday? Just as a summing up process.
I gotta admit, I didn't catch.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Scoot.
NXT was to WWE this past Wednesday.
To WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to an extent. I do agree. I was heavily pissed, but I mean, y'all definitely gonna hear that. Jaeger, what about your thoughts?
I gotta admit, I didn't catch too much of NXT. However, AEW, I'm just glad that was your go-home show, because that we didn't have to deal with Shaq anymore. However, shout out to Shaq for going through that table, 2 tables. I gotta give you at least the props for that. You worked a little bit better than Snoop Dogg did.
Yeah, that match in itself went exactly the way that I thought it was going to go for the most part. So,
that press conference with MJF and Jericho was I mean, it was a nice little. It makes me question though if they're going to end up winning those belts off the Bucks.
Oh, that's definitely something we're going to get into when we get to that match for sure. But one thing that I did note about that is I figured that their go home show was lacking because they had that special for Revolution right after, and I think they kind of sacrificed the go home show for just to have that little segment at the end after AEW,
which an hour-long show.
Mm-hmm. And
Road to Revolution, yeah.
I was okay with it, but I just wish they would have done more on the actual show. But that's
I got to agree there. But a lot of those promos over the couple weeks and today, or this last Wednesday.
Makes sense. It is indeed, but Scoot, we didn't get a chance to get that news when I went and did it. So what's happening in the world of wrestling this week that we didn't get to yet?
Rumor one, I guess, is that NXT is supposed to move in April to officially on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know when the official announcement is going to happen. Some people think that could be Regal's announcement that he was saying that he was going to do for next week. Mm-hmm. But I think it was like April 13th. I think they said NXT will move to Tuesday.
Yeah, I think that's the Tuesday after WrestleMania.
I think so, yeah. Also, I guess a little bit of news that was possibly leaked yesterday. There might be a reason Dakota and Raquel didn't win those titles because NXT might have their own women's tag titles.
Yeah.
And so that was another rumor that was out there, and we don't need all these belts floating around. But hey,
I mean,
what can you do?
I went on my rant about that because I said I would. Now I said I was going to be very pissed, and I was, especially with the shenanigans that went on. And then I heard this news about the tag titles, and I'm just asking why. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to have a very relevant set of tag belts and then a super irrelevant set of tag belts, because they make more sense being on NXT in the first place, because the main roster has done nothing with them at all. So that's why I'm actually hoping that what you just stated, as far as Regal's announcement being the Tuesday, the move to Tuesday would probably be that instead of it being for the titles, because that would make more sense to me. And then, granted, I hated how Wednesday went with Dakota and Raquel, but I would hope that they would make it up by actually have them.
I hope you rant it for me, because I was hot. Like, honestly, like to be perfectly honest, it threw me for a loop when they said it wasn't the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it was in the middle of the show and everything went out, it literally took me out the rest of the show. Like, I didn't care. Like, I was done.
Yeah, because there really was no resolution after that. I mean, granted, you had Regal talking to Adam Pearce, but after that, he said that they would have something as far as like some kind of recourse when it came to it. But other than that, it really wasn't anything that was like, hey, this is a repercussion because of this, or what the hell's going on? Because clearly the shit didn't make sense. And if a lot of people that didn't notice, the wrong woman got tapped out, rather, because Dakota wasn't the legal woman. So that also doesn't make any sense.
You think they're going to use that storyline purpose?
Well, somebody said, so I did see a news story too. They said that if it's done right, it could be used for story purposes. But we've said it before, WWE is going to WWE.
Indeed. Indeed.
No, that's a recruiting company. Which they may be using for their creative, but I don't know.
Now, to harp on the move to Tuesday, I think this is general consensus within the IWC and in like the world, because everybody believes that the move to Tuesday for AEW would probably be the best bet, because it's been proven in both ratings and in just overall reception of whenever they've moved to Tuesday. So that's their best bet.
Yeah.
Only thing that's going to suffer is Impact.
Did y'all catch the ratings numbers for that Shaq match, by the way?
No.
Apparently they broke 1 million.
Huh.
Damn. Well, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of the NBA people watch it.
Yeah. And it was a good thing that it was the first match, because they didn't WWE the shit where they were like, oh, this match is gonna come in like 30 minutes, or it's gonna come at the main event. They just said going right into it.
Yeah.
Perfectly done. Now the whole shit with Shaq disappearing, that's a whole nother talking point, but
yeah, like
that felt like some next episode shit.
That's probably gonna be some Revolution shit.
No, I don't need you to continue a fucking feud. You know what? Now that you just said it, watch. He's gonna show up during the ladder match, and I'm gonna be mad.
I mean, if he doesn't take Cody out and puts Cody through some,
that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna show up. He's gonna be the sixth man. Watch that shit.
But you know what? Wait, Scoot, you got anything else on the news?
I mean, if y'all want to talk about the Randy Orton Soldier Boy thing.
Oh,
it's really simple. Fuck Bauer Woward. Fuck fake concert school Soldier Boy. And that's pretty much it, because I don't see nothing coming up from that unless it's just like what Big E said. This is
Yeah,
leading up
Big E has
to
definitely.
a new Def Jam Vendetta. Then you know what? Hey, I'm all for it. But other than that, if it comes to them actually getting into the ring and wrestling, you can miss me with all of that because I won't need it at all. So, but,
I just have one more thing.
mm,
If y'all haven't checked it out, definitely check out the Kaylee Ray versus Mako Satomura match on NXT UK.
okay.
Them ladies put on the show.
Well, you already piqued my interest already, so I'll definitely be checking
You said
that one out.
Haley Ray?
Yeah.
Kaylee Ray versus Mako Satomura for the UK women's title.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't Kylie Ray. I was about to say, is she back?
No. But yeah, that was definitely a great match.
Well then, shit. With that, might as well jump into this Revolution prediction on what we all have as far as going into it. So they are having a pre-show match, and this is one that I was not hip to until before starting this. So it's actually going to be a tag match between Rio and Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker and Rebel.
I think they announced it yesterday on their Instagram.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that carries on the feud between Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. So I'm happy about that. And I'm happy that it's in a tag match capacity because it doesn't oversaturate their singles feud. So Rebel and Rio kind of count as buffers on this one. So I'm happy with that. But now that kind of, well, you know what? No, let me take because I was going to say it was bad that Rio was in this, but I think it's good because it's actually keeping her in the picture and not putting her directly into the title picture. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is still technically kind of a throwaway match. Any pre-show match to me is like a throwaway match. So, Scoot, who do you have winning this one?
I see Thunder Rosa and Rio. Thunder Rosa can get a win back over Britt. So I guess that'll make them 1-1. So, and the rubber match will come soon.
Jaeger, who you got? Oh, see that's him not caring about the match.
I mean, yeah, but I'm sorry. Run that question back.
No, Thunder Rosa and Rio versus Britt Baker and Rebel.
Oh, I can never not care about Thunder Rosa. What are you talking about?
So I'm assuming you're sharing Scoot's pick and going with Thunder Rosa and Rio.
Looks like an opening. Yeah, it looks like an opening shut that it should be Thunder Rosa and Rio, but I mean, we'll see if Britt Baker decides to pull some classic heel.
Well, I can tell you that I'm going a different route, and I'm going with Britt Baker and Rebel on this one.
Okay.
Just for the fact that. What's up?
You guys hear me now? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. We got you.
Yeah. That's good old Loki's trying to say hi to the show.
I'm going with Britt Baker and Rebel on this one because I think it's going to continue that hill to that hill aspect where Britt Baker gets one over on Thunder Rosa until it matters, and not WWE the shit because just like we said with Kushida is losing all the ones that matter and winning all the ones that anybody can care less about. So yeah, I think they're setting up Thunder Rosa to win the big one against Britt Baker. So yeah. And Britt gets to talk more shit, so there's that.
Can I help you, dude?
Good.
Come on.
Next up, we have the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal. I couldn't tell you all the teams that's in this goddamn match.
I know a few. I know 5 and 10 are in it. Yeah, I know Reynolds and Silver are in it.
And then Uno and Grayson, right?
Uno and Grayson are in it.
Yeah, the whole Dark Order.
Who else? SCU is in it.
But that's Kazarian and
Kazarian and
Daniels.
Daniels are in it, so that part of SCU is in it. I don't know if Proud and Powerful was in it.
They are.
So Proud and Powerful.
I'm pretty sure in order to have this whole match, they had to get every tag team that wasn't working.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's like this in 15 teams.
15? Okay.
15, yeah. And I want to say this is going to be a long match, but I think it's going to come down to like just like Scoot, how you always kind of picture every Royal Rumble and every Battle Royal. It's going to come down like halfway, and then close to the end is when it's really going to matter. But the reason I was so quick to acknowledge that Proud and Powerful was in this is because that's my pick to win this. Because again, I'm still going forward with my prediction on how this whole Inner Circle thing is going to go. And for that, I think they would need to win this so that way they can become number one contenders against. Well, we'll get into the tag match later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely my picks for this match. Well, Jaeger, what do you have for this one?
Yeah. If I wanted to be a fan or a stan or a mark, take your pick on the vocabulary there. I'd probably want to see Reynolds and Silver get it, just so we can push some Dark Order activity, or even Grayson and Uno. However, let's see here. I would not be surprised because FTR's in it too, right?
Hold on, let me pull up because I don't think that they are, but I would not be surprised if they were.
If they are, then they're my pick. But that might be a little soon.
What
about you, Scoot? Who you got in this one?
I don't know. It's kind of weird because I can see what you're saying with Proud and Powerful.
Right.
But for some reason, I don't know why though. I want to think SCU might win it because of that weird storyline with Kazarian and Daniels of the if they lose, then they split thing. But I don't know.
I could see that too, just for that aspect.
But if I had to
talk about. You think Kazarian go in the same direction?
If I truly have to make a pick, I think it's gonna be one of them things in the Dark Order.
Well, I can tell you now. These are the teams that's in it right now. It's Bear Country, Reynolds and Silva. Silver. I said Silver. Evil Uno and Grayson, Pride and Powerful, Butcher and Blade, Private Party, Top Flight, Death Triangle, of course, being Pac and Ray Phoenix, 5 and 10. The Pretty Picture, which I'm blanking on that one.
Team.
The Pretty Picture. I'm assuming that's like a AEW mark. Okay.
Yeah.
You got the Seidel brothers, both Matt and Mike.
Nice.
Jurassic Express, Varsity Blondes, Natural Nightmares, SCU, and the Gun Club.
Okay, I'm changing my pick now.
Who you got?
I'm gonna try to say it how they say it in the theme song. I think I might go with Triangulo de la Muerte.
Interesting. That is an interesting
Triangulo, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with them because I didn't know they were supposed to be in it.
Yeah, but who is it? Is it Pac and Phoenix again?
Yeah, Pac and Phoenix.
Because
Penta's in the other one.
Penta's in the ladder match.
That's right.
Interesting. So we all basically had different picks. Well, then with that, of course, is going to be, in my opinion, somewhat of a throwaway match, but it could have the potential of being a show stealer if all the right aspects and the pieces are put into place. And that's Miro and Kip against good old Orange Cassidy and Charles Chucky Taylor. So
I have one thing plain and simple with this match. if Miro don't straight beat the shit out of both of these dudes and just finish this match, then why are we even having it?
I agree. I agree, and that's my pick too, because I feel like with the momentum that Miro's had, especially with all his promos and his interviews that he's had, there really is no other string of events that can happen if it does not involve him just basically mowing down everybody in sight. So yeah, that's my pick as well. Jaeger, what you got?
Yeah, if Miro doesn't destroy everybody, and is it too soon for Trent to come back?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, if it's not, then I would like to see a Trent surprise. But if it is too soon, then so be it. Miro just needs to dominate and walk all over everybody.
Yeah, I think
Maybe-
Trent has
Maybe do something cute with Kip where he throws him at Cassidy and Chuck or something. I don't know.
I think Trent has maybe 4 more months before he's even able to do anything.
Did I say Trent? I meant Kip. If I didn't say Kip.
No, you did. I was just saying
Okay.
about Trent's injury.
Okay. Don't scare me like that, man. I do that stuff all by myself. I don't need to hand with that.
No, man, I'm fine with it, just as long as it's none of your crazy predictions that could possibly happen.
Speaking of,
Oh,
I don't appreciate that Charlotte and Oscar shit, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Why? Because it'll happen?
No, we don't need it to happen.
If you didn't watch Raw, she
did not.
said she wants to fight Charlotte. I mean, she said she wants to fight Oscar at WrestleMania.
That she did. And
so I don't appreciate that shit, Jaeger. you putting that voodoo in the air.
And that promo made no sense either. That promo made absolutely no sense
at all. It was the dumbest promo.
Run it back for me. I need to hear this tomfoolery.
Basically, she came out and she was basically running down how every title's being defended at WrestleMania for the most part. And she's like, Bianca has chosen Sasha and Edge has chosen Roman. And I look on this side and Asuka has a women's championship and it's not being, or there's no opponent for her at the moment. And so she goes, I know Asuka better than anybody knows Asuka and all other bunch of that bullshit.
I ended her streak. I know.
And she's basically stating that, when I know Asuka's going to come back tougher and stronger than ever. And when she comes back, I want to challenge her for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, wait. You left off the one part. When I came back, I didn't want to come back to the championships or to titles. I was just put in the position to be in the championships and stuff like that.
I'll take bullshit for 500, Alex.
No. She's actually right. She was put in the position because it's her fucking booking.
Yeah. That's why,
but then after she said all this, she went into a whole spiel about how Ric Flair should just stay home.
Yo, after they had the soap opera moment, she still needs to drive that point home?
Yeah.
She had a 5-minute segment with Rick about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it felt like half an hour, but I think it was 5 or 6 minutes.
She did it again. She made her challenging Asuka at WrestleMania almost the afterthought because she wanted to get her point across about how her dad needs to stay home.
My dad is ruining my life.
And the crazy thing about it is that it was already rumored that Lacey Evans was going to beat Asuka at Fastlane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the women's title. And I'm pretty sure they were going to have that storyline transfer over to WrestleMania and have her and Charlotte go at it.
Oh, God.
So I'm
going to go ahead and make this drink a little bit stronger after that.
So I'm hoping and praying that since they haven't had Rhea Ripley on TV yet, they just had promos and vignettes for that, she factors into this whole thing and it becomes Rhea and Asuka at WrestleMania and basically have Rhea and Charlotte go at it for number one contendership.
So I
Only hope.
know we're off topic right now. So do you think they could potentially do a Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero thing where Rhea takes the Raw and Bianca takes the SmackDown, ushering a new era?
Oh,
That would
I
be
like that.
That would be beautiful. Scoot, I want your matches to happen. I don't want my I don't want my shit to happen. I called the shit out, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Like,
But
that would be you wanted some shit. That's some good shit.
I do, I do like that,
Good shit.
and I want that. Now, now, sorry, y'all. We were fantasy booking, got off topic, but it's cool because y'all want to hear that anyway, so it really don't fucking matter. But what's next is probably going to be the talk of the town because I think this match is going to steal the show completely, even over the main event, and that's the face of the Revolution ladder match. Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky versus Penta El Zero versus Lance Archer versus Max Caster versus To Be Determined. First and foremost, who's TBD in this?
Kurt Angle.
Sammy Guevara. unless Sammy is being punished for what he did at Impact. Sammy Guevara.
So, well, let me ask the obvious question: is this going to be somebody who's currently on the roster, or this is going to be somebody new? And the reason I say somebody new, I don't want to rope that in with the anonymous new contract signee that could potentially be coming in.
I'm heavily assuming whoever Paul White was talking about is going to be that sixth entrant. But
I want to believe that, but I think it's going to be a swerve. I think they're going to use that person as a misdirect, and then have the person that is currently signed that's going to be the big signee just show up randomly throughout the night in some capacity. But at the same time, I could be wrong because I was thinking that this was going to be that person as well. So, but I was like, well, if that's the case, then that person would have to win this match, and I don't want to sacrifice my pick being Scorpio Sky.
This is the thing, and this is going to sound funny. Scorpio Sky was my pick until his commentary on Dynamite.
Yeah, that wasn't the best.
Oh my God, he was so irritating. I was like, please end this match so he can stop talking. But besides all that bullshit, Scorpio Sky was my pick the moment he was announced. I mean, he was my pick.
If Scorpio Sky was trying to play it up in a heel way, then he did so successfully. Like, because he got on my nerves too.
That's my thing.
Why aren't they talking about me? What's going on here? I appreciated that. I liked it. If he wants to come into this as the cocky guy that he knows that he's been hot shit for a second now, even though he's been on Dark, but he's been hot shit on Dark. All right, cool. I get this angle. I like the little new direction, so you don't get bored with being the babyface, I guess. But no, I'm on board with Scorpio Sky winning this, or whoever the sixth entrant is, because pretty sure that somebody needs to remind Cody that he has an injury. Lance Archer, I feel is bound for a match with Kenny at some point soon. Probably next pay-per-view is where I'm feeling, but maybe sooner.
I agree.
Who else we got? Penta. Damn, that would be cool to see, but I think they're going to keep him together with Death Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And who else am I missing here? That was four.
Max Caster.
Max Caster. Oh, that little shit. Yeah, he's going to be comedy, right? Right. Yep, I know.
Yeah, he's going to be the spot, the person to take all the nice spots.
Exactly. He's going to be our Kofi Kingston. Well, maybe not as well, not as good, but still. Point remains. Yeah, overall my pick is Scorpio Sky. I hope he ends up winning it.
But if I was a bet man, I would have betted 10 would have been in it until I found out 5 and 10 was in the tag team battle royal. Because the moment I saw Max Caster versus 10, especially with -1, loving 10 so much, I just knew 10 was going to be in it. But since he's going to be in the tag team battle royal, I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I still don't know who to be determined is going to be. I can't
unless they're. I honestly think unless they're punishing Sammy for the whole Impact thing, I think it's going to be Sammy G.
I can see that.
I can see that too. Now, I will say this: if it's not Sammy and Scorpio Sky does not win, I think that to be determined is going to be that signee, and they're going to be the ones to win.
Well, see, this is the thing. I don't want them to do it again because they did it last time with Brian Cage.
Oh, that's true. They did.
Yeah. So I don't want it to happen again to where here it is, the person fresh, new to the company.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the opportunity when, once again, you have people who are there who could do it.
That's true. Huh.
So I don't want the signee. That's another reason why I think it might be Sammy G, because once again, like you said, it's a talent that's already there.
Now, if it is Sammy Guevara, does he win?
I'd love. Oh, here's the thing. That would push. That would be an interesting push, but I mean, are we not setting him up to lose then?
So,
I mean, like, are we not? I mean, come on. Kenny's gonna keep this belt for a little bit.
No, it's for the TNT.
Yeah, it's for the TNT title.
Against Darby? Oh, wow. My head just imploded a little. Then, yes, if it is Sammy, he wins in my book.
Okay, I'm going to say something, and I know it's going to tie into something later on, too, but it kind of ties into now because it's the TNT title. Mm-hmm. I kind of regret them giving that belt to Darby Allin because of the way they've been doing Darby in this whole situation.
Oh, you mean having the TNT champ not have a TNT champ match?
Yes. Because of that, I kind of hate that Darby's title reign has been marred with this whole Sting stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because Cody defended the belt every week.
Yeah.
While Darby only defended the belt, twice against Brian Cage and Joey Janela.
Yeah.
Like, fuck? Like,
now, see, the way that this would have made more sense is if during the course of him going through this string of defenses, you had Team Taz interfering or coming in and beating him every match. And then building the story to where it's like, okay, you know what? Then fuck, in order for me to defend my title and actually be the champ, I need to take care of this shit and then have that be the nail in the coffin, take care of that, and then go back to it. But this is basically overshadowed everything it's meant for him to be a title, especially with the way that Cody basically set him up to win that title.
Yeah.
And another, I guess, thing, I don't like the fact that Cody's in this match.
There could have been a better spot. Yes.
Like, I don't like the fact that, like, honestly, okay, I'm saying this for transparency. That match could have been on pay-per-view.
Oh,
the Shaq and Jade versus Cody and Red Velvet.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. That could have been on pay-per-view because Shaq did not do as bad as we thought he was gonna do.
This is true.
Yeah.
The only negative I truly had with that match personally, Jade was doing too much posing.
Yes.
Yeah. That got a little irritating, but for the most part, Shaq did not disappoint in his end. Like, he was wrestling as a big man. He didn't do anything egregious or anything.
He gave Brody Lee a shout out, and I didn't know.
He even did the Brody Lee
and
the Pablo. So that could have been Cody's pay-per-view match, and let somebody else replace Cody in that TNT face what was it called? Face of the Revolution
Face of the Revolution. I don't know why that.
Yeah.
I mean, because then they gave FTR a wording. This was our FTR eliminator match.
Well, the reason I think, and this is going to be a super stretch and a super reach.
Okay.
And the reason I think, because of the rumors of him being hurt and everything like that, I think that this match is a way to get him off of TV. Basically, have him going to an angle where he just gets hurt.
Yeah.
And
Cody.
Yeah. And I think this takes him on TV for a bit. And I think he comes back. And when he comes back is when they form that new Four Horsemen.
Ooh.
Because do you think Orn Anderson
wait.
is a little hint?
Yeah, absolutely. See, a lot of people are looking at it like he came out there to do the 4 with Tully to be like, hey, you came back, you wrestled, cool. I'm like,
and JJ Dillon was there too.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, they were talking in the back, and this is what it is. Like, yo, we got our 4th. I just need your approval. And if Cody's down, and that's when Arn came out and was like, we got it. And this is the exact move that I said was gonna be it. And I said FTR, Sean Spears, and Cody. You can still mark me on that.
You did call it.
That sounds interesting. I mean, it looks like that could be.
If he does it, I want him to change his damn hair color.
Well, I mean, look at it like this. Cody hasn't really let me see. Did he win his previous match? Because I know he lost a tag match. And I think if he loses this is going to be like one of the things where it's like, okay, I need to start being selfish because Nightmare Family, all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, I need to just pull myself away and then do my thing.
Ooh, you can definitely do that. I've been giving people opportunity after opportunity, putting them there. Ooh, I can see that angle.
Yeah.
And Cody's a good heel. Like it works. Yeah. I mean, if anybody that knows when he left WWE and he went to Ring of Honor and he did the whole the actual Ring of Honor thing, it was perfect. It's like you can't beat that. I think it's time for him to be a heel. I think it works. It works in his favor. He's done enough as a face right now to where it's like if he goes heel, perfect.
Well, since we're still fantasy booking, do you think something's going to happen to where that rule gets undone?
Yes.
About him challenging for the title?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
There was no contract or paperwork drawn up that he could not challenge again.
That is also true too.
Like that was like mark my words, this is what I'm going to do.
Well, this also comes into play with the fact that he is an EVP, and with him being a heel, throwing his weight around just goes hand in hand with it. So,
yep.
Okay.
So yeah,
but with that being said, did you pick Scorpio Sky too, Jaeger, or was it just me and Dizzle?
I said like on the possibility that the 6th person is not Sammy Guevara, then Scorpio Sky.
Okay. So are we still sticking with Scorpio with all of this?
Yeah, because I do think that Scorpio is going to be a heel, and I think he's going to come into this, and he has the best possible chance of taking that title off Darby and having Darby kind of rethink what he's been rethink his focus, and then go back into the title picture again and probably win it back. But Scorpio deserves having some type of title on him at this point in time, even if it's for a short period of time. So yeah,
are we getting a Shaq interference?
That's possible. That's one thing I thought about when we were talking about him disappearing from the ambulance. And I think that's who probably takes him out kind of an eye for an eye. He took him out of the match in the tag match with the tables. He may just out the same way, putting him through tables, have him carried out, and then bam.
He's injured for a while, and then he goes to be a father.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So before we move on to the next match, I got to know this one now. Who do y'all think is Paul White's big secret signing?
Well, since we are on that,
there's been mad rumors that I've been seeing. Some people said I saw some people say Mark Henry, but he said signed to a contract as if they're going to actually fight. So some people said Mark Henry. I saw a couple of people said Christian.
I heard that one.
CM Punk said 100% is not him.
What is it? Since All In, everybody just wants CM Punk involved.
Yeah, like he said it's 100% not him.
Didn't he sign a WWE recently?
No.
Well, no, he signed that contract with Fox.
Fox.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, that was with Fox. He signed that contract with.
My bad.
Who else I saw?
I saw AJ Lee as a possible one.
Who?
Yeah, they said AJ Lee, but Tony Khan had specifically said that it wasn't going to be a woman. It is a man, and it actually is a wrestler. So any commentator, Mauro Ranallo, who people said, and AJ Lee, who was rumored, it's like no, it's that X them out completely. It's
I have one prominent rumor that I've seen.
What's that?
And it's, I mean, he's of a legend status now, and he recently put out a promo, but people are throwing around the name of Kurt Angle.
I saw that too.
That's definitely not happening.
Isn't he still on a Legends contract?
No, he's no, he's not even signed anymore. He's one of the people that got released.
Oh yeah, he was the pandemic.
They tried to get him to stay by becoming Riddle's manager.
That's true.
But yeah, he said no, that Riddle can stand on his own.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't want Kurt Angle in this.
I heard Batista, and I think that is one. Okay. That's one that could make sense, but I don't think it.
Did you see Batista's response?
No, what'd he say?
Somebody had noticed that Paul White said evolution instead of revolution. And
that's
and
shut your
yeah, he said he said evolution instead of revolution. So many people was like, oh shit, it could be Batista. Batista has said they need to come up with a word for wrestlers who actually retire and don't have the desire to come back to wrestle, because I'm not coming back to wrestle.
When you're making Disney money, why would you?
Exactly. So
like not only
so Batista say he's done. He's done.
Now, in all honesty, it could be CM Punk, but let's go ahead and just dead this one right now. CM Punk has already stated that he would only come back into wrestling. He would sign a contract with it, whether it be WWE, AEW, whoever, if the money was right and if the story made sense. If you take CM Punk and sign him into something, the money, Tony Khan has all the money in the world, so it works. But what story would you put him in right now that would make the most sense that isn't already occupied with the main talent in AEW? So
you could have him feud with Sammy.
But the thing is, if you're going to bring a CM Punk in,
returned Sammy is all I'm saying.
If you're going to bring a CM Punk in, you're going to have him have a big main feud.
Yeah,
like CM Punk is going to come in and have something major. Not to say that Sammy isn't major enough for CM Punk.
No, I understand
the fact that, if CM Punk is going to come in, he's going to fight Cody. Or
let's just be real. We'll get like a shot at Kenny or something. Let's be real.
Or even that. But Kenny's so intertwined with everything right now. So
no, they have a long-term deal with Kenny being the champ, apparently.
Yeah. So I don't know who this signing could be, because I've been trying to think about all of the people who are either not currently signed with WWE who got released, and legends wise, and then especially with Paul saying it's a Hall of Fame talent, and I swear to God, Ryback is not a Hall of Fame talent. But
No, but
yeah,
like, I didn't
right
get
back.
your
I
sense
said that shit, fam. But
I was talking about how I didn't get your 2 cents on the Kurt Angle bit.
I can see Kurt. Don't get me wrong. I can see Kurt, but once again, I'm gonna put Kurt in the Sting boat. How much matches can Kurt truly have?
I agree. That's why I don't want it to be Kurt. I'm just saying I see the videos, I'm seeing the words, they're getting thrown around.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I wish it was Damian Priest. I wish.
He probably would have had a better shot. He
Hell,
wouldn't be stuck on a celebrity run, I'll tell you that much.
I would laugh. I would laugh my ass off if it was Bray Wyatt. Oh shit!
Oh
No,
shit!
never mind.
No, he's still signed. He's
No,
got a Mania match against Orton. Come on.
No,
Yeah.
not that. Because I was gonna say Bo Dallas, but I was like, he's not Hall of Fame worthy yet, and it would have made sense.
But Bo is still signed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What about what about Big Red? Oh.
But is he really Hall of Fame? Well,
he was part of like a Hall of Fame worthy faction.
that is true. This is true. I don't know.
Damn it.
Sorry, man. I put it out there.
Yeah, because the whole faction thing would make sense because of the fact that it's like Paul definitely said you won't guess who it is or you won't see it coming. He said it's not who you think it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And he made a notion to say that.
Yeah. And I think that was like a notion to like CM Punk. It's not CM Punk because everybody keeps saying the same thing. Oh, it's CM Punk.
Every time there's new talent, it's CM Punk.
This is the thing I think the fans have to understand and realize. The moment Phil Brooks left and went to MMA,
And
I took that as he's not coming back. And
Yeah.
Hell did kind of freeze over when he did the whole Fox deal to be on backstage.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if CM Punk really comes back to wrestling, unless Tony Khan is really going to pay CM Punk stupid money, CM Punk's return is most likely going to be in WWE.
Now, this is the only, and this is me again, fantasy book, and this is the only way that I can see CM Punk actually be integrated into AEW, and that's if he comes in to help Sting and Darby Allin, and basically has his eyes on the FTW championship to actually put eyes on that. Because at that point, I can say, you know what? He's not in the world title picture. He's not in the TNT title picture. He's going to basically elevate a title that's been pretty much ostracized in AEW standpoints.
Yeah.
But that's a huge fucking stretch. And you would have to do a lot of shit for that to be relevant.
Many people thought, what's his name, until New Japan released him.
Who?
Marty.
Oh shit, yeah, that would have been nice too, but
I don't think no company in America wants to touch Marty right now until his situation is 100% clear. Because if New Japan fired him,
look, with Marty especially, the waters are muddy as hell. Like he wasn't. Let's just say he wasn't Joey Ryan scummy, but
it was scummy.
It was scummy.
It was scummy.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, but I'm happy that we don't know because it's going to be a surprise to everybody, and I like that. And I like that it's not something that's been leaked at the same time. Also. So there's a silver lining in all of that. I still hate it, but I love it at the same time. But we'll have to wait and see both who to be determined is and who this signing is, or if it's all one and the same. But we have about 24 plus hours till that happens, and we do have to talk about probably Scoot's favorite match of the night. I know you're anticipating.
Oh no! Oh no! Scoop, come back! Scoop, no! Scoot, if you don't come back, then Hangman Page is going to be the fourth horseman.
It's good. Hey, I'd be cool with that, but hey, that's funny.
I wouldn't mind that.
We me neither. But basically, this match is a nothing match in all honesty. I think we all know it's a general consensus. Hangman is winning this. He has an undefeated streak this year, so there's no way that he loses this match.
Wouldn't that add more insult to injury though if he did lose?
No, he's not losing.
Dark Order has his back.
I think,
you mean the Dark Order that's participating in a 15-team battle royal there?
Although
Yeah,
I'm
pretty sure their match is going to be before the Matt Hardy and
Dark Order is going to get beat up and they won't be able to help Hangman Page.
I mean, you see that Colt Cabana.
Oh, that's true. Got Colt. Got -1.
Yeah, you got -1.
All right, you know what? If there's going to be a Dark Order show up, I just need it to be -1 with the kendo stick, just beating the shit out of Matt Hardy.
Hey, that would be more entertaining than the match itself.
God damn.
I'm going to say this. Not only how upset I would be if Matt Hardy wins this match, but Wednesday, that was the worst main event Dynamite ever had.
It was. And I definitely commented on that as well.
Not great.
Yeah, it did not need to happen.
That did nothing for nobody.
Look, again, hey, I mean, there's so much going on in the rest of AEW that I understand that Hangman is kind of getting lost in the shuffle of things, and this is more of a speed bump for him because I still have the same prediction I had with them to begin with. I believe he's going to be the one that takes the title off of Kenny. Period.
I think he's going to be the one that's going to kick out the One Wing Angel.
Yeah, and again, that as well.
100%.
And I think that him actually chilling around or even joining Dark Order is going to be his resurgence into his own confidence and just everything. And I think he's going to come into his own and then end up on the way there. He may end up winning the TNT title. He's not. He's going to go straight to the world title.
Yeah, he's going to go straight to the top.
And that's going to be the thing. So again, like I said, that's my pick. I'm pretty sure it's all unanimous unless Jaeger wants to pick Matt Hardy just to piss Scoot off.
Damn, you know me too well.
I mean, look,
it wouldn't be clean, obviously, but hey.
No, it won't be. I think basically all this is going to serve, as far as this match in itself, is going to serve Matt Hardy basically getting his big money clique or squad or whatever he's going to call his new stable. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a stable that he's going to build.
The Matt Hardy brand.
The Matt Hardy brand.
Yes.
So yeah, but other than that, this is really just another speed bump for Hangman. He's going to come out with big money on his end. He's going to treat the Dark Order to
some chilies.
So, but to
anyway,
to quell Scoot's anger, we go to the street fight.
I don't think he cares for this match either, man.
Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage.
I think you went from bad to equally bad for Scoot here.
Well, the only reason I don't think this is going to be equally bad is because I believe that this is going to be a cinematic match. So they probably had time to kind of go over things and actually polish a lot of the BS that could potentially happen in a live match. So I think that would be its saving grace. And I think this match is probably going to surprise a lot of people who are definitely going into this thinking that it's going to be just a throwaway match. I definitely wrote this off to begin with, but when I thought about the aspect of it being a cinematic match, I'm like, you know what? They can actually do some shit with it. So I'm.
Do you know for sure it's going to be cinematic though?
I don't, but I've heard rumors that it is, and I honestly, I believe I think last year when they did talk about Sting joining, I think that they said most of his matches that he was going to do was going to be cinematic, and I
That
don't.
would actually help Sting a lot.
It would because he's already shown.
I mean, not to cut you off, Dizzle, but it did favors for Taker when he fought AJ Styles in that Boneyard match.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I think what's in Sting's case, he's already shown that he could take a bump. So anything in a cinematic match wouldn't be outside of the norm of what you would think that he could do or take in the capacity within the certain limitations of what he already has. And I'm pretty sure Darby's going to take most of the spots anyway because it's catered to him being a fucking daredevil and a glutton for punishment. So
yeah.
I still hate the fact that this is going on. I hate the fact that Darby isn't defending his title, and I hate the fact that it's not Darby and Ricky Starks for the TNT title. So,
right
again, and since you don't have Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs in the tag battle royal, this only leads them to actually interfere in this match. So, yeah. But my
where the hell has Powerhouse been?
He's been in those vignettes, he's been in those promos, but he pretty much just been in the background. Okay. And I think this whole situation hurts him as well because it's taken away from what Team Taz needs to be right now. And yeah, it sucks for everybody, to be honest. But I think Powerhouse Hobbs going to interfere in this match. He's going to get his spot that he wants to take from Sting so badly. And
he did say that's his favorite wrestler.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to get into something with this. But my picks on this, obvious, Sting and Darby.
Same. Nope.
For the oh, my bad. Hangman is winning the other match because I need to give my pick. Sting and Darby.
Cool. Well, that makes the most sense in my eyes. Another highlight match that's going to happen outside of the ladder match itself is going to be the AEW Tag Team Championship match between.
Oh, I thought you was about to give me a 3 for 3.
Nah, the good old Young Bucks.
Because if you would have gave me that women's title match next, then the camera would have been off for sure.
No, I'm not gonna do you like that, man. I'm gonna do you like that.
I thought you were about to give me 3 for 3. Let's say,
but no, this is gonna be the Young Bucks defending their tag team titles against the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho and MJF. Now, again, my prediction, just like I said with Pride and Powerful, I believe this is going to kind of go into my prediction where both MJF and Jericho are the champs defending against Pride and Powerful, and I believe this is going to be the moment where Jericho gets screwed and Pride and Powerful become the tag team championships based on MJF screwing over Jericho because he doesn't want the tag belts. You know, he just wants to find a way to screw Jericho over. And in order for him to do that, he has to make sure that he's basically handing gold over to those who's going to be standing with him. And that's the best way to do it. Say, I'm willing to stab this guy in the back to make sure that you guys have gold and do something that for you that he didn't do for you. So that just my prediction.
I see it going differently.
Ooh.
I see the Young Bucks losing this match because of Anderson and Gallows.
Ooh. Interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, I see Anderson and Gallows costing the Young Bucks this match, and the Inner Circle thing plays out later, like weeks to come. But I see the Young Bucks losing because of the Good Brothers. Which to even go more into fantasy booking, if the crossover is legit and going to be staying, the Young Bucks take the belts off of Anderson and Gallows.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but I like it. That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because remember during the Eliminator for which got MJF and Jericho this match, the Anderson and Gallows fucked them up there. They kind of screwed over the Bucks in that regard because they distracted Nick. They got Matt. They didn't get Matt eliminated, but they definitely distracted Nick to knock them out of the tournament.
Okay. Now, I like that. But I still kind of believe that Papa Buck is going to play a part and may end up causing them to end up losing. But that's just my prediction. But I still like yours because that does kind of feel into what can happen later on down the line. And I like that because it doesn't leave the Bucks out to dry. And that still opens them up to having a feud and carrying the shit on with Kenny. I couldn't have written that better. Jaeger, what you got?
I can see that. Or let's see. I want the Bucks to win, but after how much they dominated Inner Circle, or I guess Jericho and MJF in particular, it's got the question in the air now if MJF and Jericho actually end up winning this. Yeah. I definitely want to watch both of y'all's matches for y'all's reasonings. However, I can definitely see like Good Brothers trying to help out the Bucks. Like prior to that, though, I was thinking the rest of Inner Circle would just come out and do Inner Circle things. Wardlow hand to MJF the ring, and he knocks out Nick or Matt that way. Or Ref gets distracted, and the rest of the Inner Circle just jump the Bucks.
True that.
Yeah, it really just depends on where they want to take this story.
You know what? Since you said that, I see a little bit of both. I see Inner Circle doing Inner Circle things, and Gallows and Anderson might come out to pretend to help, and end up screwing the Bucks. I can see it going that way too.
That is a nice twist where they actually end up stopping the Inner Circle and then just knock out the Bucks themselves.
And just for the record, for the people watching, some of y'all may be thinking, oh, well, the Bucks have only had the titles for such and such amount of time. Look, we're not shitting on the Bucks in any way, shape, or form. We're not saying they got to lose it quick. It's just the fact that the Bucks, if you honestly have been paying attention, the Bucks have been defending those titles against new talent and old talent, and they've been basically holding that division up in that aspect. So it makes sense because it would still be too early for them to go up against FTR right now. So there's no reason for them to really hold on to those titles for that long. And it throws a little wrench into the predictability of it. So just calm your keyboards down for a second.
They're hot, man. I feel them.
But yeah, I think Bucks are gonna lose in my opinion. So I think Inner Circle takes these titles because it makes the most sense. Storyline and just for longevity of all storylines in the future transpiring, both FTR, Good Brothers, Inner Circles deal, all that. I think they would have to lose the titles for everything to be preserved and to continue on the right way. So yeah, Scoot, I know you're gonna hate this, but it is on the card. It's on the card.
Damn, you were one match off from it being 3 in a row.
I know, but I couldn't put this last. That's the AEW Women's Championship match between the defending champion Hikaru Shida against Ryu Mizunami.
Rio.
Good old Ryu Mizunami.
Rio Mizunami.
I don't know what to think. Outside of the fact that the chemistry between these two could make this a very good match. But with the way that they've handled this whole tournament, it drops it down so many levels to where my level of care is pretty much at the same level as the level of care they took into promoting this whole tournament.
Kind of to kind of just jump off your point, I think that's going to be the only thing that will save this match for me is if they just fucking burn the house down.
Yeah.
To where it's just that you just had to be a hater to not like that match type of
Yeah.
situation. That would be the only thing that will say this. But the way that tournament was, the outcome of the tournament, the fact that it was Nyla Rose, like what the fuck? Like over it.
Mm-hmm.
Completely over it.
Who would it have been then?
What? Oh, if Nyla lost?
No. Like, yeah, who would be the one to have beat Nyla then? Would it have just been Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa versus it would have been Thunder Rosa versus
Rio.
Yeah.
Versus Rio. Yeah. But
no, well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, would Thunder Rosa versus Yuka Sakazaki been any better?
I don't know. And the thing was too, like even watching their match Wednesday, I was so taken out the fact that how much that tournament was so bad. Like they didn't have a bad match.
No.
To me, like they didn't have a bad match, but the tournament was just so badly done. Yeah, I was just so over it.
Yeah. And I mean, and again, like I enjoyed Rio's work especially when she went against Nyla. Like, this is why I wish they would have showcased that whole tournament in itself to build all these women's characters. Because watching Rio against Nyla on Wednesday, I was looking at her charisma and her presence, and I'm like, yo, why can't you need to showcase that, through to the American fans that don't normally watch Japanese wrestling? Because me going into this match, I would have had a whole completely different prediction on who was going to win this match. And now I'm still stuck on it being Shida because you didn't showcase Rio enough. So basically you've made my prediction going into it predictable when it should have been not the case, because I'm thinking like, okay, well, up to this point, I'm like, oh, the tournament's going, it's going to be Thunder Rosa. That's who's going to take that title.
Yes.
Then it's going to be Britt Baker and or Britt Baker's going to take the title off Shida. Either one of those would have been able to take that title. But now you throw Nyla in the finals. You throw her against Rio in the finals. And it's like, Nyla's already been a champ. Rio beats Nyla. Mm-hmm. All right, you come into it and it's like, oh, okay, so we have this match. Could be a good match, absolutely. But the end result is still going to be the same. Sheeta's going to retain.
Yes.
I don't want it to happen. Don't let it happen.
But the thing is that's my question at the same time too. Is like, okay, so we already know Rio Sheeta's going to win, and if she's going to win, then to me it's like, what was the point of this whole tournament?
What was the point of Sheeta acting as an ambassador for AEW, going to these Stardom wrestlers, recruiting them, just to figure out who she was going to beat at the end?
Right. That's a wild level of shit right there.
That's the only reason why I feel like Rio has to win. I mean, not just because I want her to, but I mean, like, what kind of shit is this if like Rio loses to Sheeta and she retains? Like, it's the same old shit, I guess, for the women's division, but
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, and I do think that if Rio by some miracle wins, then they have a chance to actually hit a reset button with this tournament and just, okay, let's showcase Rio the way we should have showcased her and actually mend the BS that they did and reverse the BS to where they could actually make it right. But that's a steep hill to climb.
I have a Jaeger level. I have a Jaeger level prediction.
Uh-oh.
Now, if Sheeta keeps that belt, you know who's going to take the belt off of Sheeta, right?
Let me see. It would have to be a heel in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say Baker in my prediction. Nope. You don't think so?
What, Britt Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're going to say Jade Cargill.
You were right about to say Jade Cargill. No. I mean,
If
actually,
Sheeta keeps that belt,
that's not even a me level prediction. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's see it happen.
You know what? And I said this on my recap. I said Jade looked good.
She did.
Mhm.
Her packaging was good. Theme song, entrance, everything good. I wouldn't be mad at it, and it would actually it would add to her character of her being just that fucking heel and just bragging about shit. So,
ooh, you know how much bragging power that is going to be for her if she's like, I've been here 2 weeks and I'm already champ.
and you know what? With her talking that shit,
Yeah.
Swole comes back out of nowhere.
Yes.
That could also happen. Because isn't she still #1 contender technically?
That's
where has she been?
I don't know. I have no idea. Where's Swole? AEW, where's Swole? Is she kidnapped? She's sick? Is she injured?
We need a Swole spot.
I'm shit. Damn it, Scoop.
But that's only if Sheeta retains.
Yeah, I'm.
The way I want it to happen then is if Sheeta retains, I need Jade to come out either the same night or on the next Wednesday and be like, I'm here and I'm won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have to, because that would be the necessary progression.
No, I want her to carry that same energy she's been giving Cody and just take that to every opponent she has.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Now I really do want it.
Damn you, Scoop. That's not even a bad thing. You see, mine are just terrible.
I mean, in all honesty, that like they could make Jade like the female Brock Lesnar in a way, because Brock Lesnar,
that was another prediction I heard too.
What?
Oh Brock Lesnar.
No,
Brock Lesnar.
That ain't gonna happen. He want that Vince McMahon level of pull that he has in WWE. He's not gonna have that shit in AEW.
That is also true.
Facts.
Because he's definitely gonna want Kenny's spot. He's gonna want to be the belt collector. He's gonna go all around and just collect belts. Man, they not gonna let that shit happen.
No.
But of course, the nice segue, since we are talking about Kenny, bam.
This is gonna be the match, guys.
The exploding barbed wire death match featuring none other than the champion Kenny the Cleaner Omega versus John motherfucker Moxley.
John Moxley.
So I'm expecting a whole lot of bullshit in this match. And bullshit in a good way.
Okay.
I'm expecting to cringe a few times. I'm expecting to cuss a lot during this match. And I'm expecting Kenny to win, because that's the necessary progression.
Yeah.
And I think everybody else believes the same thing. And I think Mox doesn't lose anything from losing this match at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose any star presence. He doesn't lose any. He has everything to gain from this match just by the match that he puts on.
Quick segue. Quick sidebar. What are the thoughts of Mox retaining the U.S. title?
Oh, of course, they proved me wrong in my prediction on what was going to happen, but I think this kind of caters to him being more of that American ambassador for both AEW and New Japan. So I think, to bridge the gap, I think if this is going to go any other way, I think this is all in good faith. I think that they want to make sure that they have a good standing as far as like the relationship between AEW and New Japan. And if you have Mox, you have money at this point. So it's like they have everything to gain with him retaining that title. And Kenta doesn't lose anything. Kenta's a heel. He's a part of the top faction in New Japan right now. So technically all they can do is add more to the story. He still has a chance to win that title, so he doesn't lose anything from that. He just lost a match, and he didn't lose a match at a pay-per-view.
That was just on a strong. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So technically, it really like you can't even say it was like a big match. So yeah. So I think him still having a title makes sense, but he's definitely not getting that AEW championship though.
No.
Now, if he ever wins it again, I don't know. It's possible, but I think he's done what he needed to do with the title to where he really wouldn't have to win it again.
No,
he's developed now a Stone Cold level of charisma. He doesn't honestly, he could still be the badass and feud with anybody, and I don't think you're gonna lose anything at all with him.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly,
unless his booking just goes completely to shit, which AEW won't do that with him.
And just like I said with the CM Punk thing, I think honestly he could be put into that slot where he actually makes the FTW title relevant. So
that's a good point.
He would be the perfect person to do that with the way that his presence is, with the way that he carries himself. And of course, Scoot is not going to agree with every match Mox has, but when he has them full on like death matches now, if you want to just say that, any hardcore or no rules, unsanctioned match that he has, it caters to him. So I think that if he holds the FTW title in that light, yeah. But other than that, yeah, Mox loses, but I think he loses from a fuck finish or just some over the top exploding barbed wire bullshit.
Did y'all get a chance to check out the rules of the match that I sent y'all?
You did, and I did.
Well,
it sounds like it's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be bloody.
After 30 minutes, the biggest one to me was the after 30-minute mark, all undetonated bombs will be going off.
Mm-hmm.
So this match is at least going to be 30 minutes.
Yes.
At the very least. So wait, do you think that it ends at 30 minutes where everything just kind of goes off? Or
I think everything's going to go off, and then someone's maybe going to crawl to a finish, or everything goes off. The two fighters stand up, and they're gonna just slobber knock each other until somebody gives up, or again a fuck finish.
Okay.
I honestly think a fuck finish wouldn't do this justice, but considering that Kenny is this version of the cleaner, it makes sense.
Well, yes. Well, since we all are in universal consensus, we all know that Mox is losing this and Kenny is actually retaining. Does Kenny walk out of this match or does he get carried out?
I think they both get dragged out.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so Kenny not standing tall as a champion. Kenny probably might end up being unconscious or just completely held up, bloody face and everything.
I think he'll just need some help out of the ring. I think he'll maybe walk, but like leaning on somebody hard.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm down with that. I don't think there's going to be any surprises as far as who wins and loses. I think there's more going to be surprises within each match.
If Matt Hardy wins that match, I'm done with AEW.
So, Scoot, is there any way that Matt Hardy could win you over in this match at all?
No. No.
Negative.
Matt is in the boat with me, which is the weirdest thing because I hate that I feel this way about Matt, but Matt is in such this weird boat with me to where I don't know what he can do to win me back over.
Wow.
I really don't know.
Interesting. I'll wait for the day that happens.
like you know how it would happen with Legado del Fantasma, how they kind of sort of won you over?
Oh, they look. I've already talked about this, and after what they did on Wednesday, I'm full on the Legado del Fantasma boat.
But you know how Everrise can't do anything to win you over?
Oh yeah, fuck Everrise. Fuck Everrise. No, yeah. Then I completely understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fuck Matt Hardy.
Okay.
Per scoop.
Yeah. Fuck Matt Hardy. There you go.
But his character work is so good on BTE. It makes him tolerable. It makes him tolerable. I'm not kidding, man. Watch Being the Elite. It actually, like Big Money Matt getting a Big Money Matt, and he Big Money Matt's up quite a bit in BTE.
It might make me hate him more.
But isn't he doing his job then?
No. He has X-Pac heat with me.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I'm sure there's a backstory to that, but I was not familiar with it. What's wrong with X-Pac, Scoop?
Oh, so what happened was that
did he not sign his shirt?
X-Pac heat came from the fact that when he did with X Factor and how everybody was booing him so much. But the problem was it wasn't so much they was booing X-Pac, it was the fact that they really did is that the fans really didn't want X-Pac there anymore.
Yeah.
So the term was technically go away heat, but they kind of recoined it to X-Pac heat because
you just want him gone. You don't give a shit what he does.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does at this point. Okay. I don't care. I'm over it. You know what? To be perfectly honest with you, and this is not to be mean or anything like that, Matt Hardy could technically retire tomorrow, and I would probably say thank you.
Oh, damn. That's like maybe like two levels.
Because this is the reason why I'm really upset. Because another thing is that I can understand when wrestlers have issues with WWE and why they want to leave and not get creative control and this, that, and the other. But what you were doing in WWE compared to what you're doing now, WWE did not make Matt Hardy switch between 4 different characters in 1 year. Matt Hardy came in broken, Damascus, or whatever. Then he was Damascus, who was the form. Then he was saying, "No, I'm gonna be the real Matt Hardy," and this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden, he just up and morphed to Big Money Matt. So it's like, what the fuck here? Like,
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. He took a pretty nasty bump when he had that match against Sammy Guevara. And he just ain't been right since.
You know what? I think that's when it started. When he took that bump with Sammy,
that is it.
Ever since then, it's been something about Matt Hardy that I'm just like, you know what? I'm done.
But he's over 800 years old.
That's fine.
He should have been off TV for a little bit to recover.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, sure.
Yeah, because he came back like almost immediately.
No, I'm pretty sure he came back that very next Wednesday.
Yeah, is that when he did his little promo?
Yeah,
recording it. Yeah,
but yeah, and then he had that deletion match with Sammy, and oh my god, that was horrendous.
That was not great.
Like, and then unfortunately, he's dragging Private Party down with this bullshit. Like,
you think Sammy comes back and aligns himself with the Matt Hardy brand?
No, they missed that boat.
And then Sammy's
dead. Missed that boat where Sammy joins them. Yeah,
Sammy's dead to me too if that happens.
Yeah.
No, Sammy's only got two paths on his return. That's either with the new Inner Circle or with him being a face and standing on his own and being in that TNT title picture.
Look
But
here.
he can also be in that TNT title picture as a heel with the new Inner Circle too. So
Who does he join if he comes back face?
no, he stands up.
Himself. Yeah. I'm gonna go on record and go ahead and say this. If Jack Evans and Angelico interfere one more time with Matt Hardy, they're done for me too.
But he's paying them big money. Screw, come back. Come on, man. I'll swing.
Now, outside of all the shenanigans that could potentially or not potentially happen,
Indeed.
you guys have any closing thoughts regarding the overall pay-per-view in itself?
I got one question, I guess would be a closing thought.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think is gonna be match of the night?
Oh, probably the Kenny and Moxley match.
Yeah, it's between that and a ladder match. I want to give the edge to the ladder match just based on the people involved. But yeah, I think that the obvious winner in that one would be the exploding barbed wire death match, if in fact it is just as crazy as everybody's going to imagine it to be. Yeah. But if it's like a lame substitute for what it could potentially be, then I give it to the ladder match. But that's only if the death match is trash.
I'm gonna go with the death match. And I know it's crazy that I'm saying that a Moxley match is gonna be match of the night, but I think I think between that and the ladder match,
okay,
are going to be potential matches of the night. And if I had to throw in a dark horse, this is gonna be surprising. Sting and Darby versus FTW.
Potential. That's potential.
My dark horse would be the women's match, just the in-ring potential with the chemistry that they have. But yeah, that's my dark horse.
My dark horse, solely on entertainment value. Hangman and Matt.
I knew he was gonna say it.
I mean, I gave it the pretext, man. I gave it the pretext. Entertainment value. That's all. Like you're gonna see, the Dark Order is gonna show up and help, but then they're gonna kind of maybe screw it up. But then, like at the end of it, they're all gonna be best friends. And
all right, good night, everybody. I'll holler at y'all. Tag out all that good stuff. I'm out. Please. All that.
Yo.
You have any closing thoughts?
Cody, come back. Oh, hey, he's back. Closing thoughts. Nah, I think we hit all the bases there, man. That's I just hope this big reveal that Paul White's talking about is going to be something that, I mean, I just don't want it to be like an eye rolling WWE legend.
Yeah,
I just want it to be an eye roll. Like you make it somebody that I'm actually like pretty excited about. But like I said, clock is ticking on how many WWE legends you can bring in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like we're getting to that point where it's like, all right, let's tone it down on these revivals of careers here.
Shit.
Yeah. I agree.
But that's about where I'm at on that.
No, my closing thoughts is I just really want this show to be like just a holy shit show in like the best way possible. Like I want to end this show on just what the fuck did I just watch? In the best way, not in a what the fuck did I just watch? Why did I waste my time on this? And the same thing goes for the signee. I want a holy shit, like goddamn, they got him. What the fuck? So I want a reason to be like, I can't wait for Wednesday. Like,
yes,
that's what it is. That's where I'm at with it. But
yes.
Outside of that, Scoot, where can these mother effers find you if they want that smoke?
Since the scoop business is booming currently, the scoop business is about to start taking off. With my tag boys and with the Ninja fam. But you can always find me at the Scooter Ray on IG. But the link is in the video, so that way you can follow the Twitter. You can always follow the Ninjas. You can listen to us, Twitch and all that. But of course, Less Stealthy Ninjas. We stream Fridays and Saturday nights. That's why I'm usually with the Ninja fam. Shout out to Boss Aranya, Xerxes. But yeah, what I'm saying? The scoop business. And in 2021, business gonna be booming, baby.
Jaeger, let the ladies of the IWC know where they can find you, stalk you, all that other good stuff.
I mean, stalking is a very strong and hot word. No, I'm kidding. Don't stalk me. Come say hi. I'm not a scary person. Like apparently my dog is to some people, but not me. Anyways, if you just want to chat, the Himza winning is right down there. Setting up a Twitch schedule. I'll be releasing what it is on those socials. But yeah, Rocket League was definitely going to be on that list. Final Fantasy 14.
I saw you on that Assassin's Creed the other day.
Assassin's Creed is part of that backlog, and it was a fun time. I'm trying to understand it, but I'm mainly going to be going through the story mode on that just because I want to play it, but I don't want to spend 100 hours on it.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. As I said in my Twitch, the game is gorgeous, but I do not want to be exploring every nook and cranny with Assassin's Creed, Origins or Odyssey. I'm sure they're going to be amazing games story-wise, but yeah, it's not gonna. The side quests are honestly sometimes a little awkward, but but if you want to hit me on anywhere else, Xbox, PlayStation, Jaeger Bombastic says so in the name right there.
Bada bam, bada boom. And of course,
Mr. G-Blade, where can they find you? Besides Black Planet and besides Black Planet and Plenty of Fish and ladies, if you're really nice to him, he might have OnlyFans for you.
No. Ladies, you got to remember though that you don't have to be lonely because Dizzle is on FarmersOnly.com.
No, where you can actually find me is all your standard social medias: IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok.
Are you saying OnlyFans is not a standard social media?
I am saying that it's not.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of people on my Facebook you need to tell that to.
If you try to search for that, it's not going to come up because it does not exist. But
you give me a week, it'll exist.
If you need that positivity in your life, of course, you can also find me at Lifestyle One Up, also as well on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, not Twitch. Soon, both of them will be on YouTube. Your Lip Dizzle is already on YouTube, but it's not booming like I wanted to. We're going to add some more content to that. Lifestyle One Up will be getting new content indeed, and we will be back on the Twitch train from that hiatus probably next week.
Speaking of the Twitch train, I do want to give a shout out to that boy Planet Nico. I was watching him last night, and he like, where you at, Dizzle? You know what I'm saying? He been searching for you, Dizzle.
Has he?
Yeah, he was saying that he ain't seen you on Twitch in a minute. You know what I'm saying? He trying to watch that spell break. He like, where is the boy? He literally said, where is Lip at? He said Lip hadn't been on Twitch in like some months.
Yeah, like a month. It ain't been so much. It's been a month, but yeah, I've been busy. But I'm coming back next week. Mark my words, I'll be back next week.
He told me to come holler at
Saturday, sir.
Yeah, he told me. He said, yo, next time you talk to him, you need to holler at him. Where is the Twitch streams?
Hey, Nico, you got my number. You know how to reach me.
Said hit him up. He said hit him in the DMs.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I'll be sure to shout him out as soon as I go live. Let him know I'm back.
Yeah.
So anyway, all that good stuff. We I need you all to look forward to the review when we went after Revolution. Probably we might depending on how the show goes, we might be on that same night, if not the next day. But we'll see what happens. But it really depends on how good that show is. But as always, until you hear these beautiful voices and see these handsome faces again, as always, tag Too Sweet to It and tag out on